Hello, welcome back to the Wholistic Me Podcast, a journey to finding wellness within. I'm your host, Jessica Bravo, and today I am answering the question I get the most as an acupuncturist, and that is, does acupuncture hurt? Let's talk about it. So, pretty regularly, I'd say anytime somebody finds out that I'm an acupuncturist, or I get a call from a new patient, potential new patient that has never had acupuncture before, or somebody that comes into the office and is curious about learning more about acupuncture, I always get asked, does it hurt? Does acupuncture hurt? Now here's what my response is, all right? It's not supposed to be painful. Acupuncture is not meant to be a painful experience whatsoever. However, there are sensations that you will experience during a session, all right? And it's, again, not meant to be painful at all. What you can feel, all right? This is the lowdown I give to every new patient on what they'll experience with the needles during acupuncture, right? So you can experience sensations such as heaviness, pressure, tingling, maybe a little bit of electrical sensation, a sensation moving through the area or up the limb, down the limb, in whichever direction, away from where the needle is inserted, or most commonly, nothing at all, really. And that's for a few reasons, all right? So part of it is the acupuncture needle itself, all right, is a hair-thin needle. I have one here to show you all, and it's one of my shorter ones, but it's not sure if you'll be able to see this. I might have to play with the focus, but this is an acupuncture needle. This part here that you see that's a little bit thicker, this is the handle. Above that is the needle, and it is hair thin, super bendy, flexible, okay? And causes no pain when done properly, all right? So if you're experiencing pain with your acupuncture, all right, if you're somebody who's getting acupuncture regularly already, but you're experiencing pain, I'd have a conversation, find out why. Maybe really get some defining language around what you're feeling in your body or with the insertion of the needle. It shouldn't be pinchy, it shouldn't be burning. Some areas, such as the hands, feet, and face, can be a little bit more sensitive, so there may be an initial pinch similar to a bug bite, okay? But it shouldn't stay pinchy, and you definitely shouldn't get a burning sensation. If that happens, however, doesn't mean any injury has occurred, right? What it means when somebody reports that a needle feels pinchy or feels like it's burning, it means that the skin receptors at the top, on the surface of our skin, were not bypassed quick enough, all right? So our body has all of these receptors for our safety, right? We need to know when we've had some sort of insertion, right? Which is why we feel when bugs bite us. We feel if we get a cut or a paper cut, right? We need to have that sensory feedback. But because the needles are so thin, and if done properly with good insertion, you will have really no sensation at all. And the sensations that you're feeling, that heaviness, aching, or pressure kind of sensation, that is the sensation related to the energy moving around the point, or the opening of the point, and causing a cascading effect through your body, which is the healing response that's taking effect, okay? But this pinching or burning sensation, if it remains is a sign that we didn't bypass the skin receptors fast enough, and your body is sending a warning that something is there, right? So no injury, just a warning from the skin receptors. And so typically in my own practice, what I do is, if that happens, if that's reported, I will either adjust the needle, and that usually does the trick, or simply take it out, let the skin relax, and try again with a new one, right? These are all single-use needles. There is no repurposing of acupuncture needles, all right? They go into a biohazard container, so no need to worry there. Now, the other thing I want to add about those needles being hair thin, typically people, is there anything on them? Are they medicated? No, they're just surgical stainless steel, nothing on them. And what's really interesting, a fascinating kind of little fact, is typically what people think of when they think of needles are the hypodermic needles, right? Needles that you have or that are used during injections, right? And those are hollow needles on the tip, right? That in the part of the needle that gets inserted is hollow. And within those, that hollow portion of those hypodermic needles, you can typically fit anywhere from 10 to 20 of the needle portion, the insertable portion of the needle into that of. So 10 to 20 acupuncture needles can fit inside the hollow portion of the hypodermic needle tip. So if you're wondering how thin I mean, that's how thin. So that usually helps like put out a lot of the fear that people have around needles as far as acupuncture is concerned. So I hope this really answers the question. And now here's a follow-up to that though. And I'm going to talk about it more in another video, but I do want to mention it. And that is, what if I'm afraid of needles, right? So I'm going to do a whole nother episode on this. What if I'm afraid of needles, right? It's not so much the pain that bothers, or the sensations, or the thought of possibly having pain, right? Because again, it's not a painful experience, but it's the fear of needles, right? Needle phobia. If you're needle phobic, I have solutions for you, all right? As a practitioner myself, I can't speak for all acupuncturists, right? Because everybody runs their practice differently. But for myself, my own practice, I find that having a multitude of tools or options and modalities for patients to work with their individual needs is really beneficial, all right? So I do things like acupressure, I use non-insertive tools, and other techniques that do not involve inserting the needle if it's truly a fear that a patient has, and maybe we work towards it, right? And for kids as well. So I'm gonna leave it at that, because I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do a whole nother episode on just non-insertive techniques for those who are needle phobic or pediatric patients. I see age ranges from newborns to 99. So, and I have had a 99-year-old patient. So it is amazing to be able to have ways to work with various age ranges, as well as meeting people's needs where they're at, in order to still help them unlock their own healing potential and really find that wellness that's within them and bring it to the surface and allow their bodies to do the work that they were meant to do. So I hope you found this helpful. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button, click like, give it a big thumbs up if you found this helpful in perhaps considering acupuncture as part of your healing journey. And let me know in the comments what questions you would want me to answer regarding acupuncture, Chinese medicine, or just holistic healing and health and wellness in general that you're interested in, because I would love to answer those questions for you. And if you missed it, I had a recent post with a fun giveaway, and it's a holiday giveaway with my own wellness deck that I created recently. So go and check that out. It's a Wellness Wednesday video just posted this week. Check it out, and I will catch you all next time. Stay well, my friends.